Hello everyone. This is John Moody of Moody Mystery. I do want to apologize. Earlier today I was trying to test out the game of Druid, and I could not for the life of me get my C64 emulator to run at all. It just kept crashing on me. I'd and so I've decided that until I can get it fixed, I'll go back to a Wizardry 7 stream. Continue the play. I have my schedule laid out. Keep an eye on that. Okay, we're going to rest up a little bit. We probably should rest up twice because we really need some spell points back. Falling stars again, but they keep sending these random groups our way, so what am I to do? Oh yeah, I remember one of the ratkins was hidden. Don't need any darts. I'm actually pausing for a little bit because I want to look something up. Okay, let's go back. I just wanted to see something real quick. I just want to... I believe we have a red rubber ball, so we're going to drop that. We also do not need the signet naming anymore, so I'm going to drop that. Now you notice the cane of corpus is in yellow. That means it's a cursed item. So if we want to remove it from us, so if we want to separate it, we need to cast remove curse. That being said, not all cursed items are bad. You know, cane of corpus is actually one of the better ones to have. Let's identify it, see what it can do. Damage 12 to 42 plus 4. Special power, I think it takes 2 of your ability scores to 18. Special attacks, paralyze, poison, and insta-kill. Wow. It's pretty darn impressive. Let's see where we've been before. Because essentially what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to get out of here. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna go back to the stair. Ah, look at that, cool. So this is where we're going to get out. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the Dane Tower. Because there was a room that we skipped. And the room that we skipped was it has a chest, and the chest does have a possibility, not a huge one, but has a possibility of having a rod of sprites. And failure's already fizzled, which means, sorry, you're going to still be failure. Again, really? Really, failure? Okay, let's try this again. Third time's the charm. Okay, another level gain, so that's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, it's an even number level, so that means we do not get any spells. There is an ad break coming up soon. I think this is the right way to go because we have to go through Nicanlith. Now the good news is we haven't gone that way, so what we should be able to do is we should be able to identify, you know, which way. Entering Nictolineth. I think it's pronounced Nictolineth. As you step into the entrance of the town, you are met by one of the fetid T-Rang, mouth adrip with foamy bile. I just built my first retro game console. It has, whoa, try to tilt, way cool. Wizardry 7 on it. That is 1000% cool. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well this evening. Slight change of plans, but okay, as you step into the entrance of town, you are met by one of the fetid T-Rang, mouth adrip with foamy bile, excreting a trail of brown mucus behind him. Oh, that sounds like something I'd want to hang out with. In a strange mixture of clicks and hisses, he utters sounds that are almost word-like. The Watchers told us you were coming. Enter, but be wary. We do not like your kind. You must proceed to the high chamber, where H-Gen-Raw T-Rang awaits. Do not attempt to deceive us. I'm just wondering, what would y'all do if, like you have to meet Dad before dating his daughter, and that comes in. Okay, so it looks like maybe, yeah, I think I came in this way. Let's see if this is the way I go out. I'm just curious, what other games do you have on that retro console? Oh crap! This is the way we came in. Let's see if this is the way to go out. Looks like this is the way to go out. I'd shake his hand and bring his daughter back early. Okay, looks like we've got some hog beetles here. Okay, so we have swing, thrust, and bash. Let's see which is the best. Thrust. Can't really, it's penalty to hit. You better to penetrate, a little bit damage. Bash. We're gonna go with bash, because bash is based on the character's strength, and we have a strength of 18, so I think it behooves us to. We probably should hide, you know. I forgot that part. Whoa! Look at the damage we're doing now. 780. I mean, that Queen of Corpus is, if you're bashing it, is just one beast of a weapon. know we can defeat these with falling stars, but I'd rather use the cane of Corpus. I mean, if it can do like 70 damage in one swing. Okay, so we're going to hide again. Guess these glow mothers can't decide. Well, I'm slowly getting better. I'm actually cooking right now. I've got some plain chicken breasts, boneless and skinless, in the crock pot. So what I'm gonna do is it's about 5 pounds of chicken, which I managed to get for like about $2.50, because each pack was $4.99, but Kroger had a buy one get one free, so that's really equivalent to about maybe a little more than $2.50, because I tried to find 2 packs that were closely equal. And then what I do is once I have the chicken breasts, I pull it apart, then I refrigerate it, and then what I can do is I can have, hey, yeah, I mean, frugal, yes. I want to, if there's a good deal, I want to take advantage of it, And each 40-gram protein serving of chicken is about, when I worked it out, it's about 75 cents. And there's so many things you can do with it. You can just serve it plain. You can put gravy on it, have some stuffing. You can use it to make tacos. Today's National Taco Day. You can make chicken and waffles. You can make like a barbecue pulled chicken sandwich. You can also use it in fajitas, bowls. You can use it you can use it to make chicken soup or chicken and dumplings. It's actually just like using the pulled rotisserie chicken, only it's much more economical. And in fact, I actually got chicken cheap a while back before COVID. You can get like a 5-pack for like $1.99 a pound. So I mean, it was usually about 5 pounds, but I knew I was gonna eat it fairly quickly anyway, and if I didn't, I can always put some in the freezer. But yeah, I'm trying to be frugal. I'm trying to be frugal while still getting my protein, because one thing I'll let you know, proteins tend to be more expensive than carbs. I mean, you can still get a pound of spaghetti for about $1 if you look. Really, game? Really? So we're right now. What we're doing is we're on the road to Dionysus, which is the Dane Tower. There's a room in level 6 that I have not explored yet, and I'd like to explore it because the treasure chest in there has the possibility of having the Rod of Sprites, which actually I would say probably, if you're a fairy, is the best secondary weapon in the game. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna still use a low level fallen stars. Okay, lurkers are welcome. Feel free, feel free to lurk. Thank you for dropping on in. I don't know if you're streaming later on, but I hope to be awake so I can drop in also. Okay, let's rest here for a little bit. Hope everyone's doing well today. I'm sorry for the last minute change in plans, but my Commodore 64 emulator was not working. I'm going to try to get it working by Friday, but even if that's the case, I'm still, I don't know. There's a part of me that doesn't like to change my schedule too much now that I at least have a schedule posted. Boy, I'll tell you what, this cane of corpus just kicks ass, pardon my French. Especially if you're bashing with it. I mean, it's like bam, bam. Okay, in the field ahead, you hear the din of a battle in progress. Oh, the T-Rang, great. A group of brown spidery creatures are flailing with long glowing rods at something in their midst. Suddenly from between them shoots a bright red sled into the air. But it is immediately it's made by a net which grabs the end of the flying vehicle, and the Spider-Men quickly haul it back to the ground. From the crashing sled you see the pilot leap into the foray of brown attackers. It appears to be a woman, heavily outnumbered. You see her turn in your direction and call out something, but she is too far away for you to hear. Do you wish to join her in the battle against the Spider-Men? Oh yes, yeah, hey. These T-Rang are just being frickin' mean. You run to help the struggling girl. Okay, whoa, T-Rang assassins. They're pretty tough, so I'm gonna soften them up with a falling star. Okay, so we just have the three assassins, which I'm actually gonna fight them, believe it or not. Okay. The battle over, the pilot girl returns to her fiery vessel and glides over to land before you. Thy courage is great and thy arm strong. Arm strong. I am Janet of the Helizoid Legion, defenders of the City of Sky. I was sent by the great queen of our tribe, Dame Kaylee, to learn of the strangers that now inhabit our lands. We await the coming of the Crusaders. I give to you this banner of my people. Carry it with you that all Helizoids shall know you as friend. Present it to Dame Kaylee in the City of Sky, and she will welcome you. Saying farewell, the pilot girl Janet throttles her crimson steed and goes zooming off into the sky. Okay, let's see what we got, because we did get an item. First, let's see what direction we need to go. Okay, yep, we're going in the good direction. Okay, we've got a Helizoids banner, so we'll need to present that to the Helizoids, wherever they may be. She mentioned something about the City of Sky. Okay. They say all Helizoids are going to see you as friend. You have a banner which says, "Hey, we're friends with the Helizoids. 2 minutes later, you get attacked by 4 Helizoids. Sometimes the logic of this game just doesn't make sense. But that's alright, I've got my Cane of Corpus. As I said, I usually go for about 2 hours. Okay, 5 Glow Mothras. We only have 1 group, so I'm not too worried here. Again, hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for joining me on this kind of surprise night. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna postpone the Druid stream until probably a good bit later. I don't know. I've also been thinking of doing what. There's another streamer, I think, Laura Dragon, that actually streams every other day, no matter what day of the week it is. I actually think that's not a bad idea. Because even though it's different days, you know, there's like a lot of streamers like only stream like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or on certain days, and I often miss them. Because one thing I like to do is I not only like to I not only like to stream, but I also like to watch other people stream also. And as I said, if I'm streaming every Wednesday at 8 and they stream, let's say, every Wednesday at 8, I never get to see them. And if you're a streamer, that's actually a good way to build a bit of a following, is, you know, watch other people stream, participate in chat, be complimentary also. Don't be like, you know, if they do a good move, say like, you know, cool move or something along those lines. You know, also again, and one thing I actually got in trouble for on a few streams is I kind of talked about my own stream. Don't do that unless you get permission. Ask first. Okay, now if I remember, the left goes to New City. South, if I remember, goes to the Dane Tower. So we're just gonna try one of the rooms. Hopefully we won't get into too many battles here. Going up. sorry if you've seen this again, but you know, again, what I'm doing is there's a specific room I'm looking for. I have a feeling it's going to be a room where there's probably where I may die again. If so, that's 50 deaths. I feel bad beating mundane initiates with the Cane of Corpus, but... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, come on. See, that's what I worried about when I killed the Magnadane. I worried that I could not even save before the next encounter would come. That's why I said it's like not over yet, you know. And it wasn't that I was being prophetic. I was kind of like... hey, I've seen it, and if you're like, no, that doesn't happen. It's happened before, trust me. I think here, if I remember, I go north. I thought we were done, but this is the Temple of Deadly Coffers. Okay, that yellow thing with a single line, that yellow circle with a single line through it, that means that essentially means that anti-magic is in effect. I worry about wraiths because they can drain hit points. I'm not gonna hide, I'm just gonna go for it. So I'm like... so we get another level up. We're now level 53. Now, once we hit, I think it's about level 18 or 19. Each level up as you get, I think you know, you need like 600,000 XP to gain another level, and that actually is constant. So it actually, as the game goes on, it actually becomes easier to level up because especially if you battle some really tough monsters. I mean, you get like a couple 100,000 experience points. You know, you just have like 2 or 3 of those encounters, and bam, you're already you are okay. I need to turn this up a little bit. You are essentially. Let me know if my voice is too loud. I'm trying to. You know, it's not getting up that far. I usually like to get into the very upper green, and it's only been going into like the mid green, so. So I just want to make sure y'all hear me. Okay, so this is the Temple of the Wanderers. Okay, let's make sure. Okay, Key of Gars. That's going to come into play much later in the game. Okay, so let's see what direction we need to go in. Okay, there's a key here. What is it? Chrome key. Good. That's the key we need. So we need a chrome key to get into that area. Okay, so let's... Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to go this way. Now, as I said before, if let's say you do this for the very first time without contacting the Magdadane, Okay, for most of you, the ad break should be over. Before you stands a solid chrome gate, silver, bright, and strong. Chrome gate. How should we open a chrome gate? I know, with a chrome key. Okay. Now it's going to mention something about hurtling ourselves into the room, avoiding the fireballs. The game doesn't have a flag where it says, hey, you didn't get fireballs thrown at you. So unfortunately we can't, it's a glitch, because I don't think the game realized that there was a second way to get the golden idol, without having to go through this hall. So be it. Okay, this hopefully will be some serious XP. Now, normally you can say, hey, you've got this kick-ass cane of corpus. Yes, I do, but the thing is, how well does it work against about 25 Dane? I'm gonna let you know a secret. It doesn't. So what we're going to do is we're gonna do a max. We're gonna do a max falling stars and hope that failure doesn't fail. Failure's already failed twice, so failure keeps the name. Okay, I don't know how many groups this is gonna kill. Now, unfortunately, they cast an anti-magic, so okay, now these High Fathers, they can hit for a huge amount, so I'm going to try to press my luck and see if I can't get a spell through. We don't need these 2 scrolls. We're interested in what's in the treasure. Wow. So we should be pretty close to another level up, only 30,000. Here's the treasure chest they were talking about. Okay. Now, no save scumming here, okay? This is not a case where I'm going to save and reload until I get the Rod of Sprites. One time. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Whoa! Wow. Okay, I'm going to take the Ankh, the Lyre, and the book. The rest I'm going to leave behind. Okay, so let's see what the book is. Let's see what the Ankh is. It's a pole Ankh. Silent Lyre. It's nice, but I'm going to drop it just because. Book of Immortals. Now, this is the book they say that you need to read from before you summon, before you can kill the demons in the pit. Okay, I'm going to see what a pole Ankh is. You know, I hate to say it, I think this pole Ankh does nothing. Great, thank you. Thank you for a useless item. Okay, so we're back to this room, and I remember how we get out now. So we tried and we failed to get a so this is the way we get out. It says this way the egress. So that takes us back to the beginning. Okay, if I remember, we turn here, and that's going to take us to the poppy field. Notice we were able to take several steps this time. Okay, if I remember, this took a long time before, so... Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna sell some of our stuff we don't need because because the next place we're going to go to. Okay, so we're actually going to drop our Jenga powder here. We don't need it. We don't need it for a while. Our Ring of Demons, we can use that. The Key of Gorers we're going to drop here. And I know the pewter key, we can sell that. Okay, so Palookies, you're going to buy our pewter key. Yep, we've been through this a million times. And I also am going to leave. I'm also going to leave the Helizoids banner. Because the Helizoids banner, we're going to not need that for... Wait. Oh, I have another pewter key. Let's go back in and sell that. As I said, normally I'm not a fan of dropping things randomly because we will need it later, but this is the thing. We're going to be... See, we're not going to need it until much later in the game. So I'll just let that there. Okay, now I'm going to tell you my plan. Okay, so I'm giving you a brief outline of my plan for probably a good bit. It should say Monkarama, so yeah, Mankarama. It's Monkarama. Then I'm going to do the Witch Mountains. And then I'm going to do Ukpur. So those are the three areas I'm going to go after next. Now, before I go that way, I'm going to need two things. I'm going to need a moonstone, and I'm going to need a I'm going to need a wand. So I'm going to go after the wand Majestic. Hovering above a marble pedestal are 4 glowing balls. The balls are aligned in the form of a pyramid, 3 at the base in the shape of a triangle and the 4th on top. Those of you that are familiar with chemistry and know like molecular geometries, that would be called trigonal pyramidal. Molecules that exhibit that shape are like ammonia. Ammonia is a good example. Nitrogen trifluoride. Balls do not appear to be connected to the pedestal in any way, and you cannot readily explain how it is that they remain suspended above it. Of even more interest is that within the pyramid floats an ornate and dazzling wand which bathes the area with a radiant aura. Okay, we're going to try to take the wand. As your hand reaches into the pyramid, it disappears. Although you cannot see your hand, it is still connected to you, and it feels as if you have reached inside a vat filled with oozing slug-like worms crawling all over you digits. Ew! Yucky! Ugh. That sounds like something you do on Fear Factor, Here, we've got a bunch of like slugs and things that can like sting. Here, go, stick your hand in it. If you can keep it in there for like a minute, you win the challenge. Could be worse. They could say, oh, you have to eat them, by the way. Ugh. So I'm going to leave my hand inside because I want to get something. Feeling around inside the invisible vat of slugs, your fingers detect something hard, round, and slightly heavy. As you grasp the object and retract your hand, something gives you a small burn. Failure diseased. Quickly pulling your hand from the pyramid, you are relieved to find it is still there. The mysterious wand appears quite unaffected by your actions and continues to hover and glow. Oh, we got a rebus egg. Interesting. Okay, now I'm going to say one thing about this game, and this is the DFortae mod. One issue I had with the original game is how the ailments for nausea and diseased looked pretty much the same. So you didn't know whether you were nauseated or whether you were diseased. This mod takes care of it, because if you're nauseated, this is very it's a slightly fluorescent green. Here, this is like yellowish with like you can see some blood. Well, I've got some good news though. I've got cure disease. Let's get rid of it. Now, what happens if you don't cure disease is you start to get other maladies or other maladies, like you'll probably get poison, nauseated, and there's probably going to be a point at which you will not be able to, your character is pretty much dead on a rot, is pretty much, quote unquote, I'd say incapacitated, So that's why you always want to take care of disease sooner rather than later. Another thing that's going on tonight is the baseball wild card series, and so I'm Sorry. Sorry, I'm looking for the baseball game. Okay, if you're a Phillies fan, you should be rejoicing. Okay, let's look at the map on something. Oh, good. Um, Standing as a statue appears much larger than before. The stone looks fresh as if it were carved only yesterday, although a thick layer of rust around its base suggests that it has been here for a long time. Gazing up into the face of the majestic figure, you detect a faint smile, and its eyes seem to almost twinkle. Okay, so scraping off the thick rust, you unearth a metal plate at the foot of the statue engraved as follows: Father Foonzang. Oddly enough, while cleaning the plate, you notice that the middle of the second O in the engraving seems to move out of alignment. It indeed swings open, pivoting at the top, and you find an opaque stone apparently concealed here a long time ago. You find one moonstone. We need this also. Okay. And if I remember, we have to take the east exit. Okay, so on to Monkarama. Don't you all just love random encounters? Next ad break, it's going to probably take me a little bit longer because I really do. My body's telling me it does really need to go to the bathroom. Okay, now usually we go straight here. Here we go right. Now again, even though I'm still a high level, I don't like to mess with sorry, mess with vampire rooks. Right now it's top of the 7th. I think the Marlins just got a hit. And it's the 7th inning, and the Phillies still have their starting pitcher in there. So I don't know how long that's going to last, because traditionally in a playoff. Hey, Lord Kagai, thank you for dropping on in. I don't know if I'd say have fun at work. I don't know how much fun work is, but I just want to thank you. Sorry about the change. I thought this was going to be a Druid stream, but my Commodore 64 emulator pretty much crashed. Okay, Erin River Munkarama Bridge. The sign appears to be out of date, for it is quite plain there is no bridge which crosses the river here. There is, however, a long steel cable which is drawn taut between true trees on each side of the river, and perhaps there is a way to make use of it in some fashion. From somewhere on the riverbank you hear the slurred sounds of someone singing, or at least trying to. At a moment you've decided that it's not singing, it's crooning badly out of tune. You're sure the mysterious minstrel is either completely deaf, trying to scare some animal, or dying in great pain. Okay, overnight manager for the freight team. That's cool. Finally, spot wailing figure rising up from the bank, and after brushing the leaves and dirt from his robes, turns in your direction, mercifully desisting in his aria from hell as he stumbles up to meet you. Welcome, brothers. I am Brother Shober, guardian of Bunkarama Bridge. That is, when there was a bridge here, only now I still am, but there isn't one. I mean, oh, never mind. How may I help you, good brothers? This is where I think we say the slay not he that cannot hear. Be thankful ye that hath an ear. Okay. You are learning the way of the holy path. I was sure of it the moment I saw you. Are you traveling to the holy city of Munkarama? Yes. Good fortune you have found me then, for the inquisitive monks of the dark forest been afoot, spreading their foul and sinful ways, and 'tis not a safe place to venture these days. They come from the underworld, And all the holy path teaches us to be kindly to our brethren. I say, cut off their faces. I think they are in need of a few good reminders of the virtue of the rightful path, if you know what I mean. Usually they keep to the forests, or make their journey to New City to work their profanities. But that has changed, and now they have infested the holy city with their filthy ways. Methinks they have even been plotting unholy sacrilege with the blaspheming scum born of Dane. That is, those unfortunate brethren of the Dane who are confused and have strayed far, yes, far indeed from the blessed path of the true and rightful way. Are you willing to face danger to continue thy holy journey? You must find into the way of hidden temple of Mount Karama, which lies underneath the holy city. The temple was built at the beginning of times, when the heavens were created to protect and keep safe the holy work. But the infernal brethren, may holy lightning burn them all forever from the dark forest, have made it an underworld of stench and decay, a fortress to hide and harbor their impious lot. They seek to discover the secret of the holy work, but only those of the true path know the way. Deep within the temple, underground waters from the river flow freely and keep it flooded. But we rightful brethren know that beyond those waters lies safe the holy work. You must brave the unholy monks, and may blessed rotworms forever fester in their malaise bowels of the dark forest, and find where the waters flood. There, aside the golden face, search ye for the true path. Once you have safely secured the holy work, take it to Master Zhen, Lord of the Five Flowers. He will know the holy word. Slay not he that cannot hear. Be thankful ye that hath an ear. Recant this to him, or finish what he begins, and he will know these as disciples of the holy path. And good brethren, you shall also have need of this. Brother Chober, interesting name. We're done with you. What did we get? We got a cable trolley. We really don't need it because we're actually pretty good in swimming. So we're going to continue on. And we get another frickin' encounter. Okay, I'm just going to melee these. They're Gorn Spearmen. Now I'll say this, one of the drawbacks to having a single character is at most you can kill 4 monsters. Even if you have a kick-butt weapon like the Cane of Corpus. Okay, and right now I'm actually cooking. I've got some chicken cooking in a slow cooker, or some people call it a crock pot. Just FYI, it's not the same as an Instapot, because I think an Instapot has more functions but I mean, just take 5 pounds of chicken breasts, put them in the slow cooker, put the chicken in the shred it, put it in the refrigerator, and you've got chicken tacos for days, chicken and waffles, chicken with gravy. Oh, we made another level, 54. Right now, we're getting to the point where our skill gains are somewhat trivial because we've gotten Notice that almost everything is 100. And because it's okay, there is an ad break, so BRB. I may take a little bit longer. Okay, ad break is over. It was probably over a little bit, longer ago because um, because I had to kind of, you know, number two. So okay, so it looks like we're entering. Ooh. Okay, so you probably usually this I like to end the stream after about 2 hours into it, so probably about 25 more minutes. It's approximate. it's usually approximately 2 hours. Because what I like to do is I like to end on a good stopping point. Like I think episode 18, I battled the Magda Dane, and we started like with 5 minutes to left, and we went over by like 20 minutes. Okay, so we've got some monks here. I would say there's about 4 or 5 different types of monks. Demented monks are the lowest. Dark forest monks can cast spells. There's monk ninjas. And I think mad warders. I think those I would say are the toughest. There are a few other rare monk types, but you only will encounter them in special situations. I like how this Cane of Corpus is doing. I mean, we're hitting for like 70, 80 damage. I mean, this is ridiculous. As long as it's me hitting for that damage, I'm not going to complain. Okay, bottom of the 7th Phillies. They get 2 outs, but they have a man on third. The demented monks ask, some of them ran away, they're asked, is this trip really necessary? And again, we don't take anything because Holy City, Monk Harama. A city where we can run a monk. A deep open well descends into darkness, and encircling it are inscribed these words. I know 1,000 faces and count the tally's head, feasting bright upon the eyes of many who have died. Wielding will a mighty power, who hath but humble stature, masses fall upon their knees to scarce behold my only side. What do you shout into the well? Well, they talk about tallied heads. And they talk about tails, so I'm going to say a coin. Rising up from the murky well, a tin plate bearing 4 coins float to the surface, hovering there. Do you take the coins? Yes. Removing the coins from the plate, the tin quickly falls back into the well. Okay, I'm not sure what we're going to need these for. Well, I know, but... And so we see well coins. They are well coins because they are healthy. If they were not healthy, they would be sick coins. Get it? Attached to the door is half a brass goblet, cupping a small slot in the door latch. Okay, let's see if one of the coins is... You drop a coin into the half goblet. Nothing here. Okay, so we've got an encounter. Ooh, Ompani! See, the thing is, even if we don't kill the monsters with the cane of corpus, we can still paralyze them, poison them. You know, and from what I remember, it's not like a light poison. It's a pretty serious poison. Okay, looks like they took their starting pitcher out. Looks like starting pitcher went 7 innings, so I think what they're doing is they're saving the arms because I think only did about like 80 pitches or something like that, so. Okay, there's a lever here. Let's see if that lever did anything to this. Yes, it did. Okay, now, in this alcove happens to have what's called the bean puzzle. How the bean puzzle works is there's actually 4 rooms, and there's 4 different beans, and what you have to do is you have to try to put the correct bean in each of the rooms. Now, if you do that, you actually do get some experience in gold, but in my opinion, I don't think it's worth the time. It's not worth the time to because it can sometimes take you 4 or 5 chances to get it right. And so again, I'm not gonna. Now, if it was essential to the plot, then yes, that's a whole nother thing. But it's not. It's kind of like a side quest. It's like I wish sometimes people who are servers or sometimes wish they could get out of their side work. Okay, so we're going to use another coin. Okay, we have a switch, a lever, good. We'll pull it. And I don't know if anyone in the chat is a server, but I'm just going to give you one thing I have to say about side work. I think that when you're a server and when you're doing side work, they should come from 2 separate. They should be counted separately, because what happens is, let's say you do an hour of side work, you only get paid. Let's say you're in a cheap state that pays you $2.13 an hour. Well, if let's say you made enough in tips, where even with the side work hours you still get above minimum wage, they're going to do that to you. I think if you're doing side work where you don't have an opportunity to make tips, I think you should be paid, minimum wage or whatever standard wages is. Okay, now, if I remember, there is an extra tough battle back here. And so I'm going to heal up. I want to get it out of the way, though. I want while I'm back here, let's get it out of the way. So the stream will approximately 2 hours total. And right now we're at 147, so as I said, approximately. Okay, still 7-0. It's bottom of the 8th. Okay, great. We don't know what any of these characters, we don't know who any of these characters are. Okay, I have a feeling. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do falling stars. I'm gonna do falling stars. I'm gonna go level 6. Well, you're still. I'll tell you what. I don't see you relinquishing the name failure anytime soon. And the worst part about a fizzle is you still, you still lose the spell points, which really sucks even more. It's like if, let's say, you were blinded and could not even get off the spell, it doesn't take away the mana points, but. Finally, it goes through. Okay, we're mowing them down. Okay, I'm gonna still do a falling stars, but I'm gonna do like a level 3. Okay, now we're not going to go through this door yet. We really need to we really should grab the holy work before we go through that door. Cause that's where we're going to meet Zhang Zhen. Okay. Now it's time for a little bit of diving. Standing at the statue, it appears more jovial than before. The stone looks fresh, as if recovered only yesterday, although a thick layer of rust around its base suggests it has been here a long time. Gazing up into the face of the majestic figure, you detect a faint smile, and its eyes seem to almost twinkle. Failure detects something. Scraping off the thick rust, you unearth a metal plate at the foot of the statue engraved as follows: Builder of the Temple. Okay. Looks like we got nothing out of it, so we're going to rest again. We're gonna rest again. Okay, I was getting fun with my mouse clicks. Okay, failure detects something. Diving underwater, you find a jewel coin hewn a solid emerald. So we got an emerald coin, yippee-ki-yay. Let's see if there's something here. You find a jewel coin of solid amber upon its surface, which is carved an image of the shining sun. So we've got an amber coin. Let's look here. Okay, here we get a ruby coin. Here we get a diamond coin, okay. Okay, so we're going to save, we're going to rest. Okay, there's an alcove up there, so let's see what it is. Okay, it's top of the ninth. Phillies are still ahead 7-0. Really? Let's try this again, failure. Okay, good deal. Hey, Warcrest, how you doing? Okay, so we have a silver urn, the base. Okay. So we need to decide what coin we want to put in the silver urn. I don't think it's emerald. I think it's diamond. Yes. Viridian. I'm not sure what color that is, so I'm gonna... Golden urn. I think this one's obvious. This one's amber. cuprum, I would say that one is ruby. Okay, so silver. Wait, this was the silver. Okay, that's cuprum. Golden. Viridian. Let's put the emerald coin in the Viridian urn. Now let's see. Did we get the coins right? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the middle. Okay, let's save. And I'm going to hold up the moonstone. Cuz apparently the moonstone came from a very similar statue. You hold the opaque stone up to the statue. The stone begins to shimmer. The eyes of the statue start to glow, and then there is a radiant flash of white light. You find yourself standing within a large, grimy chamber. Cool, steady breeze seems to provide a supply of fresh air throughout the area, although no visible source of the pleasant wind is apparent. You can see no sign that would indicate the presence of lurking inhabitants, although this does not rule out the possibility. Okay, I want to thank everyone for watching. I think this is a great place to stop. I do encourage you to stick around for a raid. I also like to play pinball. You don't have to stick around, but I'm going to be raiding Pez Johnson, who's playing 8-Ball Deluxe. So 2 days from now, I've decided not to make up the Druid stream. So okay, so I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'm going to ask around about schedule etiquette. What you should do if you find like in a few hours that things aren't working. So stick around and Y'all have a great night.